Get that ass bent.
And in 4 hours, they made $100.
$100, guys? And this was WrestleMania. This is the big event on the grandest stage of them all. The Super Bowl of wrestling. And it couldn't even draw 1/3 of what I brought in on the worst episode of Smark, guys. You know? And it's just like everything he says in the closing speech is what I said from the very beginning. Nobody gives a fuck, Phil, about your opinion on wrestling. Everybody already has a wrestling show that they follow. The market is oversaturated. So Toothless Buddy, who's like, do you know about Jim Cornette? And see the viewers, yeah, those are Jim Cornette's viewers. They're not going to be suddenly go, oh, wow, I'm going to watch Phil instead.
It's like, it's like in Shark Tank where they go, listen, there's 7 billion people in this world. If we sold to 1% of everyone in the world
on Earth, then we would be a successful business. It doesn't really work this way, guys. Total disaster. I think they were under 150 viewers.
No,
bro, and that's with Ralph and fucking Ogre there. Like this, and like Toothless Crackhead didn't even bother to show up.
Oh, he didn't show up, eh?
Toothless Crackhead. Guess what they did?
What?
So Phil had Toothless Crackhead write down his notes, and then Phil read the Toothless Crackhead's notes. As though anybody would actually care about this guy's written opinions on wrestling.
Wait!
I'm serious!
Insane.
I'm serious,
what was
bro!
Toothless Crackhead doing?
Oh, bro, I don't know, but he had better things to do than hang out with Ralph. Hang out with sex offenders, you know what I'm saying? Like, the guy was like, well, I'm probably just going to smoke crack tonight. I'm not going to lie. So, I don't know. The show is a total fucking joke. It's like, really, Phil? And the Phil's basically admit that it's over. It's not going to continue.
We have that clip later.
Because he had to put in too much effort. He said that it was way too much effort having to change the OBS layout and that he had to work hard to change. I'm not even kidding.
No,
this is what he said. I'm not even kidding. This is what I'm serious. He said, like, bro, I have to work so hard. I have to change the OBS layout. I have to change the background, And he's like, I have to watch the show.
You could change
it. I have to talk about it. And it's like, Phil, if you can't even be bothered to watch a TV show and review it, then you probably should just quit the internet, Phil.
Wait, does he not have multiple scenes? Does he manually input the OBS layout per show instead of just like what I do here and have like multiple?
The guy just can't seem to fucking figure it out one way or the other.
What the? He manually inputs
and he's like,
it?
By the way, like he concedes, he's like, people want to hear drama. Phil, they don't necessarily want to hear drama. They just want to be entertained. And you showed no passion for wrestling whatsoever during your entire time doing the show. You basically just did a ChatGPT recap of what happened and then gave like the most lame fucking takes. Like the only takes this guy could come up with is he didn't like the music or he liked the music. That was basically the Phil take on every single thing. And it's just a summary otherwise.
Ash.
So it's like, bruh,
Ash, I'm melting down.
Failed.
I'm melting down. You're telling me, folks, and everyone says it's true. He goes in, deletes the background, and puts in the new background every time?
We may as well just start off with it then. Let's just go. Let's just go to the Phil folder, and let's just see how he wrapped up his wrestling show.
Are you fucking kidding?
Bro, this was fucking crazy.
Oh,
so man. This, by the way, is like he slaved over a hot stove creating this shit. He fucking backdropped. Like, he was working in a coal mine to develop this.
No, Ashton, I don't think you understand. In OBS, he has to make the scene with the background again instead of just putting it at the bottom of your list of scenes and picking it when you're live. So he deletes the scene every episode for the Level 1 podcast and for gaming and recreates the scene.
He's been doing this for 15 years? Whoa, buddy.
I'm gonna fucking snap.
That's insane.
That's actually sickening. That's what it is.
Oh, buddy, you know what? He might wear this fucker out.
Oh my god, and that's the golden one too.
New and improved golden fucking tard bell, buddy. Really, Phil?
That's what transition. Yeah, let me. I'm gonna lower you and raise his volume because he obviously has it very low.
Firmly into 100% wrestling, and I think the show works as that. But sadly, people on the internet.
Whoa. He says it works. It works like that,
but it's not financially successful, so it doesn't work, Phil. If people aren't willing to pay for it, and also it has the lowest live viewership of any show, then it's not working, Phil.
Yeah.
It fucking sucks, Phil.
He says it works, but no one wants to watch it.
Whoa.
Sir, I gotta hear that again. Let's start over.
We transitioned firmly into 100% wrestling, and I think the show works as that. But sadly, people on the internet want drama.
No, they want entertainment, Phil. They don't want 3 fucking disgusting sex-offending weirdos, okay, monotonely recapping Monday Night Raw. Nobody wants this. Nobody asked for this. And it was, in fact, the troll that I set this up as the show, because as you tried to continue it to spite me, it was impossible to succeed. It's like a quicksand sinking sand, buddy. You're not winning. Oh, and by the way, like my single vlog review did more views than your fucking... I think I got 6,000 views in a day, as opposed to these guys can't even get 3,000 views in a fucking week on their last episode. And I think the one today only did 2,000. And if you count the 2 parts I did, I'm over 10,000 views.
Wait, and you weren't live?
By the way, yeah, I wasn't live. Oh, and by the way, it only took me 20 minutes per show.
Whoa.
Whereas it took you guys 4 hours of boredom.
Which, by the way, when you're streaming to people, it adds the views, so it's easier to hit 6,000 views. Yours is more impressive because people have to go out of their way to click it. By the way, Ghost of DSP's Rabbit for 25 subs! Beating his entire dono. Yeah, let's go. And we got Mr. Fury, a resub in there. Phantom Felted, 47 for a sub. And Steak Toast for 5 subs. Ashton's background, by the way, look at it's glorious.
But just that one donation from Ghost of DSP's Rabbit is more than Phil made all today.
Yeah, for 4 hours.
And it's like, by the way, is he going to split it with the co-host? Is it going to be split?
Well, I heard Ralph was streaming it from his end.
Yeah, Ralph was streaming it from his end and making a few bucks. He didn't make a lot. But Phil was seething. That Ralph was making money. So I don't think that team up is long for this world. You know what I'm saying?
That's so funny, dude.
Man.
They want me screaming at people screaming at me. They want arguments. They want insults. And as you can see, take a look at today's show. We just did a 4-hour, incredibly solid wrestling show.
Okay, incredibly
It was super solid, guys. It was so good. It was a solid hunk of crap is what it was.
Show me the cash, man. Like, what the...
Only covering wrestling and Wrestlemania. And we didn't even hit my support goal.
No! It was a super show. Yeah. 3 guest hosts, 4 hours. Couldn't even hit the support goal.
Like the fucking low end goal.
As if it were a normal
show. Was it 150? Was it 150?
Yeah.
It was 150.
He got to $100.
Green. If I had played a game, I would have hit it. If I had just sat here and hung out with you guys, I would have hit it. If I had built Legos, I would have hit it.
So he's admitting anything else would have hit it. If he was just playing with Legos, sticking his thumb up his ass alone. If he was playing video games, anything else, he might have hit the goal.
Oh, wait.
But fucking wrestling with these 2 boring fucking jabroni nobodies.
So Ash,
couldn't hit the goal.
Yeah, he would hit the goal on Friday where he got no donos and then a mysterious $100 anonymous dono.
Yes.
He got an 100 anonymous dono to pass the goal on Friday. No one's anonymous donating $100.
Totally organic there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
This is the problem with kind of straight up commentary when it comes to a topic. Is that
what are you talking about? Like he pretends there's nobody else who delivers commentary on any other topics that's successful. There are no video game podcasts, no movie podcasts, no wrestling podcasts.
He didn't say that, did he?
Yeah, he goes, this is the problem with doing a show about a topic. By the way, DJ Ray for 10 subs!
Let's go!
I built Legos, I would have hit it. So I think this is the problem with kind of straight up commentary when it comes to a topic. Is that it's very...
Wait, that makes no sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense. People love to listen to commentary, Phil. They just don't like to listen to your commentary.
What about like a true crime podcasts? They're like huge. Like what about like you know what I mean? Like what the fuck is he talking about?
Hard, especially.
Thanks, DJ Ray. Man.
By the way, what's crazy
everyone.
with Phil is he just expects things to be successful immediately.
Yeah.
Like he expects things like without putting in any work, having any consistency day to day, week to week. You know, he just expects that these things are going to be an automatic success and always stay a success. And that's just not the way things work, Phil.
I'm gonna be real.
By the way, Tiger got wood for 5 subs.
Thank you. I think though, if he put in his maximum effort and worked really hard for years, it still would be shit.
No, it still wouldn't work.
It wouldn't do shit.
It still wouldn't work.
You know what I mean? Like, come on. Thank you so much, guys, for the support, man. Mad love today. Holy shit.
The internet wrestling community in the last decade, from what I'm to understand, okay, in the last decade, the internet wrestling community became a lot bigger, and a lot of people are now known for being the people who do wrestling, right? It's kind of like, for example, when I play a Nintendo game, I have a great time with it. But a lot of people say, but
this is such a cope. Phil is saying that because other people do Nintendo games, nobody will watch him stream a Nintendo game.
That's not true.
It's so delusional. But again, what he's admitting here is what I tried to tell them from the beginning is that the wrestling podcast market is super, super oversaturated. Every former wrestler has a podcast now, whether they were a big deal or not. Like Stevie Richards and Maven have wrestling fucking shows, and they were mid-card at best. Not to mention Undertaker has a show, Eric Bischoff has a show, Jim Cornette has a show, etc. So not to mention all of the fucking huge Smark channels that have been built over the years. But, you know, none of these guys would listen to that and try to tell me I was wrong. It's like, Phil, this was always a Trojan horse, and you're an idiot for continuing to try and ride it like it was real.
He's so stupid, dude.
People don't come by DSP Gaming to watch Nintendo. There's already established creators who do that. And I'm like,
whoa, okay. But you play Call of Duty. Aren't there already established creators who do that? This makes
no sense. By the way, Deus Punk for 5 subs.
Let's go. This makes no sense. Like the games he plays already have established creators playing them.
Nobody ever comes by to watch him do anything.
It's
all failures. He's like, oh, listen, people come to me for what, Phil? What do they come to you for, buddy?
For complaining.
The only people that come to watch you are people that come to watch you crash out and seethe and spiral and miss the goal. That's the vast majority of people watching.
Yeah.
Like 95%.
Thanks, Deus.
Or more.
You know, I saw him the other day. He was live. And I'm like, wow, 800 viewers. He's doing well. It turns out it was the stream sniper.
It was
guy.
Raw Phil. It was Raw Phil. Yeah, of course it was.
And then his fucking version at 150.
That kind of sucks because I like Nintendo and I want to share Nintendo with all of you.
Oh, hang on, wait. There's someone I'm thinking of who's played Nintendo games recently who's doing well. PWR.
Yes. A guy who just started yesterday, basically.
Yes.
A guy who started a few weeks ago. He's just playing whatever he wants. Retro games, and he's drawing multiple times your viewership.
500, 700.
Multiple times your donations, bringing in $400, $500, $600, $700 a day consistently every time he goes live, Phil. So obviously it's not that.
Yeah.
My passion for Nintendo first-party games.
This is the thing. It ultimately doesn't matter what you're talking about if you're not entertaining.
Yeah, exactly.
You could be talking about the most crazy stuff. If you're just boring and charismaless, void, lazy, passionless bum like Phil, it won't matter.
Exactly.
It won't matter.
Yeah.
Don't usually work that well as playthroughs. It's kind of the same thing with Smark guys. Like,
wait, did you hear what he just said?
Want to share
Listen to this.
Nintendo with all of you, my passion for Nintendo first-party games, but they don't usually work that well as playthroughs.
First-party Nintendo games don't do well as playthroughs? Zelda, is he insane? Is he insane? Pokemon, the biggest fucking thing out there. Well, it's not like fucking.
There are people who just all day just speed run Mario 64.
Literally.
Or you know what I mean? Or
Yes.
Sunshine. There are some people who just exclusively play one Mario game or one Zelda game over and over. But
Literally.
Phil knows best, sure.
It's kind of the same thing with Smark guys. Like, in my opinion here, I'm putting in a lot of effort to watching wrestling, giving commentary on it.
Bro, he's talking about putting in a lot of effort to watching. All you have to do is sit in a chair. You can lay down. You can literally lay down in bed and just sit there and watch the wrestling.
The effort.
It's something a lot of people do for fun. It's called watching TV. But for him, watching TV is putting in a lot of effort.
Oh my God, he did not say that, dude.
But then this is why it's like, oh, if you say Phil was impossible to work with, this is why the guy believes that just turning on a TV he should be paid for. Like, that's what he believes.
Getting the show produced and everything here for you. But I just don't
Getting
know
the show produced?
It's a fucking webcam.
Oh my God, bro.
People who are going to come by and watch and support the show, that it warrants the amount of time and effort that I put into it. Like, no lie, when I do other streams, it's very easy to set up and do. This show is the hardest show I do all week because I got to have an intro.
And that's the problem, Phil. That's the problem. This is the hardest show he has to do all week. Because, okay, he has an intro to it, okay? So he has to hit a button for OBS to play the intro.
Okay, so you mean like this?
Now that's real tough,
Oh,
apparently.
man. Oh, I'm sweating over here, guys. What the fuck is he talking about?
Change the graphics and the color scheme. I got to have a guest that's lined up. I got to do the logistics of Discord. And
By the way, you don't have to have
Discord.
The logistics of Discord, folks.
Oh my.
By the way, Phil, you don't have to have a guest, by the way. The reason why he has to have a guest is because he has no takes of his own. He has no opinions of his own. He has no original thoughts. And he's a terrible fucking showman. And the thing is, too, he's too lazy to take his own shots at me also. He has to use somebody else to do drama so he can claim innocence. It's pathetic. Just be a fucking man and say what you want to say, Phil. But you're a little bitch. You're a sissy, Phil, as you like to say. A little sissy.
I mean, thank God I got these headphones. These headphones work way easier than the other ones I was using. So I'm glad I bought these.
Pause.
No one cares.
He's acting like it's like a tool, like a fucking drill. Or you know what I mean? The headphones make it easier? What does he mean by that?
For Discord use, these work like a charm.
Okay.
But, yeah, I mean, again, let's be honest. All right, compared to all the other content I'm putting out, seems like Smart Guys is getting the least attention.
Phil. And this is like he's associating with a registered sex offender in Ralph, a guy who's a convicted revenge pornographer in Ralph, a guy who beat his wife on tape in Ralph. Like, he attached himself to all of that baggage for it to be the lowest rated and lowest donated show that he's ever done.
To felt you?
Bro, like, I'm last. Like, yeah, bring in the sector, Phil. Like, what do you think this is doing, Phil? We're already in the sewer. Phil just completely debased himself and decided to get into the sector sewer for no reason.
Oh.
No drama? I don't know. I don't know. I would like your opinions.
By the way,
right now,
all this guy had to do, by the way, to completely felt us, is just bring in PWR. Then we would have been cooked.
Yes.
Had he just reached out to PWR and said, will you do the wrestling show with me? It would have been hot.
Oh, we would have been
It would have been white hot, and there would have been nothing we could do. But instead, he brought in Ralph. It's like music to my fucking ears, man.
And now PWR is planning to hang out with us soon. We're still in the logistics phase, but it's happening.
Oh, it's happening.
It's actually happening.
Now, to be frank, I haven't made a decision. Today, if we had overwhelming numbers and support, I would have been like, we're continuing, for sure. But that didn't happen, right?
It didn't happen.
I hope you guys understand. No. You know, I have to try to figure out what's best for my use.
By the way, still remember, he loses 30% on all the income.
Oh, yeah. Now, I think on a lot of it, though, he does, like, he knows exactly, and even what currency. He knows what amount after the cut he gets. So he does actually, I believe, factor that in, but that's fucking jokes, buddy.
So if you donate 10, he puts 7 on the goal?
Yes. So if you do 10 Australian or 10, he'll put like, actually, you know what, though? He does on Super Chat sometimes not remove it. So sometimes the math is a bit fucked up, I think.
Okay. Goals are after tax?
Goals are after tax.
It's very time consuming. So I have to figure out, do I want to take a break from it and come back in a few weeks and maybe watch?
That'll not happen.
NXT 1 week.
Because the thing is, Phil's not going to do the show alone. He needs to have somebody carry him through it. He knows that he's just a totally boring waste of space otherwise.
He's not coming back for this show.
AEW 1 week. WWE another week. Do I want to have different guest hosts in the rotation? Do I want to?
There's nobody who offered. There's nobody. They're all terrible, Phil. Each one was worse than the last, Philip. Come on, man. He's like, I'm in such demand. I swear.
Yeah.
You have a guest host the next week. Yeah, I don't even know. I would love feedback, and maybe what I'll do is I'll talk with my audience on my other streams over the next couple of weeks and try to figure it out. But overall, I want to.
By the way, I acts like it's different audiences per show.
It's all the same
It's the
guys.
same
It's
guys.
all the same 1-2 whales that pay for everything. Like, I don't know, man. It's a different 200 people every time. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
No.
No, it's not, Phil. No, it's not.
His audience.
Say thank you. The journey's been great. The return to pro wrestling has been fun. And to those who have supported the pro wrestling
Buddy, so this is what my whole thing is. If this is so fun and so passionate and so meaningful, then why doesn't he do what I just did and just post a video review for free of his thoughts?
Yeah.
Because all it took was like 20 minutes of my time, and then it was done. And people got to hear my thoughts. But, you know, of course, it's all about money for him. It's not about meaningful, positive content or things he's passionate about. He is just 100% about money and greed. And if he could actually do drama successfully, he would. But every attempt at it is boring garbage that falls flat and then opens him up to more attacks.
And it makes us have more content.
Yeah, and so then he just falls apart and fails. Like, it's sad.
Oh.
Thank you so very much for watching, engaging, and supporting. Okay? I really appreciate that. But I basically need some time to think. Today, sadly, didn't give me the answers I really needed. The fact that we didn't even hit my regular stream
he
goal.
got the answer. Oh, no,
he's so
buddy.
sad.
He's sad.
Oh.
He's sad.
I think it speaks volumes.
Let's face
If
volumes.
I'm going to do just wrestling content, which is really what I want to do, make productive content.
Productive?
I love how
What the-
jerking off about pro wrestling is considered productive.
You know?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's not
productive to play video games or talk about pro wrestling, Phil. These are hobbies that you expect to be compensated 6 figures a year for, even though there's no organic demand for it. By the way, Anonymous for 5 subs.
Big support. Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Is it going to resonate, and are people going to want to support it? And I guess the answer right now is no.
No!
Yo, he's felt it. Now,
Nobody wants to support it.
Now-
Self-fulfill. We'll circle back around at the end and do a
Yes.
bit more about Phil.
and we have
But,
a bit later, and we have, by the way, H3 versus iDubbbz. iDubbbz is getting so buck broken. He didn't even do his show today, by the way, right?
Ooh, no,
He's in hiding.
no
now.
podcast.
Fucking,
Bro, what was he thinking? So now, by the way, I don't know if this is a consequence of the H3 situation. I don't know if